hit down as fast. And when if you are missing a balloon, that you pop somebody else's balloon, you get their balloon. So you stay in the more long.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. So you know you can jump.
What's going on?
Is the Y button? You can see my name, you can see me. Oh, okay. And you can just put the cursor over it with the A button. The following phrase is offensive. Where'd you go? Oh, you're just gonna and then you can do that with any of the other places that you're trying to do. Oh, places. From 8 food. I have nothing to say. Tell me again, because I'm going by the sword, I'll pick it up. Okay. I can make that happen.
stuff tastes like shit. Hey.
Hey, Fernando.
There's a house maker in a lot. I love them shits.
The house is
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that canal room.
What did you think of it?
It was cute.
It's like buying something on the Erie Canal.
It's
It's
like
like
what?
buying something on the Erie Canal.
Yeah.
Oh. $486 and 123 legs.
Do you, would you like to try to red light if they'll let you use one off our package, or it's not something you want to do?
I really want to, but I also don't want to mess with, like, I don't want them to be pressured to do it.
Yeah.
Depending on what you think. How much are they?
It's
As part of the
35 if you bought a standalone.
How much are they part of the package?
Our package price is like $18.42 versus $41.
$18.40. Oh, but how many do you have to buy for that rate? Like, what if I could? Is there a smaller package? Like, what if there's a package of 3?
There's not any that would make it worthwhile for you. It's like 3 a week.
Have you ever asked? Do you ever think they would let?
It depends on the person who it is. If it's Laura, I'll say, hey, my son's here. Can you use one of ours? It's not a big deal if you can't. And she'll either say, oh, yeah, no, don't worry about it. We'll do it.
Make sure you say it's really not a big deal if you can't. You can do it in New York, or you can do it where you live. Yeah. He just wants to test out the one year because maybe you could phrase it like, if I move here in these next few years or something, then this would be the general use probably. Can you add someone to your membership? Or no, I'd have my own membership.
You have to get a single one. Did we tell you the initiation fee now is $20,000?
That's fine.
I think they would let us bring you in and you just pay the annual fee.
That's what I was wondering, because it's like if I were to move, I've talked to you because Simon, well, yeah, I'm on this probation for 12 months, so I would have to not work for Simon. But there's that mall down here, and I'm going to talk to HR. I think that I got a form. Sorry, I'll talk to you when I'm not. But I do, that house on John I want to see when I get back, if you can text Rich. Or not on John, on Castle. Right? 353. Both. But 353 is like the $100,000 one. And I like the interior, like the finishes. I'm sure there's mold and stuff, but I think putting polyurethane over that, and then if you ever need to have tenants in there and there's like no mold or anything, then you rip out the originals. But you're not gonna refinish the originals, but having polyurethane, like sealing it up, I would move them like that. No new appliance, or the new appliance that can just buy as is, like a new oven. Those things are meant to be super cheap. You might even want to keep the old one.
Yeah, new dishwasher from my cottage. I got a second new one. I got the one to replace it, and then I just bought another one with the package.
Okay, because they're so cheap. Yeah, and it's an exciting time because it says there's I guess the value, if we were to sell something like that, the value would be like what I can do to little rooms without changing piping and things like that. But I would, if there is a way to put in an extra tub and to kind of separate it, pending the price for that, it's super cheap to redo the floors of a bathroom, and it's super cheap to like take out. But if it's plumbing and stuff, then it's just 1.5 bathrooms, which is fine. But that could be an upside, and then also the backyard. I think I'd actually enjoy it to use, but that boat garage, we'd have to make sure structurally. Well, sometimes they walk for that. I'm talking to my dad. Do you want to buy an NFT from me for like so that shows a profit, assuming, and then you take the money back, assuming you'll never be able to sell it, more just to give it legitimacy, because it's my.
I don't have any account set up to do this.
Oh well, we would have to do that, but we would also have to do it in a way that we would have to do it. Nobody could ever know that you are the one funding it, because I don't think that would be. I don't think we would want to mess around with that. It's always going to be traceable. So it's like kind of like you put $15,000 into $15,000. You find a way to get $15,000 cash unassociated with you into one of these, into Bitcoin, or transfer it back and forth, whatever, and then buy it for. I mean, I don't know if I sell you an NFT I bought for $9,000 for $15,000, just because I want someone to think it's worth that. That's not illegal. If you were to ever sell it for 17, or if you were to sell it for 14, because we have tricks, with the rules.
I don't know what the rules, I mean, you can't do that with publicly traded stocks, but there are special rules.
It's art. It's art. It's a photograph. Also, it's a very cool photograph that I want to hold on to. I just think it'll be years before. I mean, I think it's a cool idea, but that could be a good way to.
Do you ever look at your NFTs?
I do. It's just that it's like the textbook thing. It's like I'm waiting for one. I decided to hold on to it because rather than get one Ethereum rather than get one Ethereum at the price of Ethereum when I bought it, I'd rather wait and see where the project goes. I've already lost money on other things. You know, I also made a lot of money on them too, so in my head it's not as bad as like in Europe. Like I have, you know, I bought things and I years, you know, so it's not like, I really do think it's a break even, and I've got what I've got. But it really was like the activity kept me going. Like I have these things called Etholvins.
Yeah.
And basically they, you know, I played like the game in the beginning when people were like trying to make money off of them, but the goal is that they eternally growing online. Like you park them in a digital space, and they multiply. They respect different factors, and you can inject them with things. But no one can go back in time and create the adult. So it's like I have a ton of those. But right now, I would have to coordinate with the other people in the project, and we would have to like. I think the people who were into it kind of like were out of their other stuff. I don't check on it anymore because I did. But there were some cool ideas. But basically, it's like an ant farm, a digital ant farm, eternally. But I think it's cool because I might want. Sometimes these NFT collections are taken over, but they have a utility to them. It's useless, but it could be like even a black market, like. This means gibberish to someone else, but you know, you use this publicly accessible thing that you need a code to get into, but anyone can buy the NFT. But if you get into it, then there's, you know, a meaning behind what it means for this adult to be this size. We're looking for this adult, and that's actually a map of where you put something, you know. But then yeah, that's really what my long-term interest is, and I still have it, but I just don't have the energy mentally after when I go to work. I really go to work, so I enjoy what I do. So I'm staring at a screen, like thinking all day. So I come home and I can barely I'm like, where did I put my dog? And I'm like walking. So I would say like there are interesting things if you want. Like I'll show you. It's just it is depressing some of them. Like for instance, remember those Gucci ones? I got a lot of good stuff out of those because I got perks from Gucci, so I could buy things early. I got things that were sold out. People on social media like love this one pair of shoes that I have. Only celebrities got this one, but I sold most of them for like 1.5 times to 2 times what I bought them for, and I've been flipping them. But one of them I was holding, it was like $3,000, and I feel like I sold it for like 1,200 or something because I was holding it. But out of 10 of them, that I flipped, I always made a profit. So, but yeah, it's goofy and it's weird how people don't talk about NFTs anymore, but they're still so obsessed with crypto because it's like NFTs. If you're interested in crypto, the NFTs
It's an extension of crypto.
not an extension. It's almost like a different. It's like kind of how there's like. It isn't not a great. Like it's just a different. It adds you. It gives utility in a very general way. It gives utility to all of these different coins, but it's also the Ethereum versus Bitcoin. It's like if there's a limited supply of Bitcoin, it seems like people agree that they're using that for like crypto, like the banking idea, the idea of like finite assets, like as if it were gold, of digital currency or something. Whereas Ethereum would be to do transactions, like how a bank internally like does digital transactions and the cash isn't going from bank to bank to bank each time because of the way, I don't know if it's because in people's minds like Bitcoin you don't want to part with it because it's like gold, you never part with it, you always borrow against it and use that money, or if it's because I think Ethereum, when I was first getting into it, is very expensive to do these transactions and a lot of energy, but also a lot of, if it was 6 p.m. at night on Tuesday or something, it could just be like, for no rhyme or reason, the fee to do all these transactions would be really high. So that's why sometimes my hours would be weird. I think you take the men and women one. I think it's that door.
What's that?
The men's and women's lounge. The men's and women's lounge.
The joint lounge? Yeah. Yeah, you go all the way down the hallway and then turn right at the end.
And then also this one had captive bell dance because everyone went to really them, so I needed a summer where I used to almost like get 4 digits of beats, yes. Where I did egg column, did a lot of things, but then I looked at Inspire, look at NYS because for I don't know, and I don't wanna. Like a lot of last names I'd look and Inspire because it's like I can't afford to carry them, but I'm sure at some point I'm gonna. If people ever use Doggy, but let's see if I have any offers. It was just so to see.
Mr. Bird?
Yeah.
How are you doing? Good.
Do you care if I'm taking up 2 spaces?
Hmm?
Do you care if I'm taking up all the spaces?
No, you're good. Have you tried this chair yet?
The what?
Have you tried this chair?
Yeah, it bothers me. I don't like it. But
Really?
well, I like one of the things, but then I didn't like the other, so I stay away from that one. Well, I don't like that it's over where it is. Yeah, I think if it was in my home, I would.
Yeah, like a soul soak. It's the bottom of my track.
Question.
Yes.
Do you, if I were to do a red light therapy at 4, this place is open till
6.
how long? Is it 30 minutes? Something.
15 minutes.
And it's private, like I'm just allowing they just turn the machine for me. And I can do it something like I can do it like I can do it with the brace and like if I have sensitive spots in my face.
They do have like a face guard that you can
Do I have to
use.
use it?
You don't have to.
I won't. Thank you.
Yes. Well, how are you today?
Wonderful, thank you. I'm Lachlan, nice to meet you.
Excellent. One down. 330 is his last call. Already had a 63 by Bodo Hostler, 64 by Dara. So these softer conditions, the rain they had referred to. So they got a more white target off today. Back at 6. Screw. Once again, Frank, a lot of the whole locations tucked into the corners today. Lots of sucker pins out there. Oh, that's excellent. Another yard that we go all the way down the hill. It's fine now.
TPC Deer Run, once again, the site of the John Deere Classic. Architect D.A. Riley, 2000. And grass greens here. Course that plays as a par 71, just under 7,300 yards.
Beautiful golf course. Really nicely maintained. Wonderful condition. The greens you've got little round spots just it's bent grass greens. We've had a lot of hot weather. But the greens today will be rolling beautifully after that rain.
Here at the par 37, just playing 193 yards today.
Hey, everyone. Yeah, well done. Out here right now. These guys are going to keep their foot on the gas. Yeah, the grace is a little bit more like we're used to seeing, probably year in, year out. It's holding a little bit better today after the rain. Absolutely. On location here at 7 today, just over that front left bunker tucked in that little left-hand quadrant. Nothing else, you know, this one over the rain. motion right left.
Reload just one shot back.
This is a 6-iron right at the center of the green.
Yeah, good shot. Target short of the left. And Max Homer will be next. He's won 6 times on the PGA Tour. 5 of the 6 have been when he was trailing after 3 rounds, like he was this week at the John Deere Classic.
That's 7-iron for Max. On this one a little right.
It's a long way from one to 2. That's be good from there. 215th career start for Homa. He entered the week number 122 in the FedEx Cup standings. 890 days since his last win. That's the big stat right there that I'm looking at. Can he trust himself with these changes? Swinging the clock beautifully, seeming to be in a more relaxed state of mind this week. I think Colt knows to hand in that. Let's go out to the 8th hole.
The co-leader, Brian Campbell, Illinois, a winner already this year at the Vedanta Resort, Mexico Open. One of the playoff, actually, on last week's winner, Alder Kokita. Not only did a solid effort back to that back left hole location.
Here's looking at the way things stand. Homa and Campbell still tied at the top of a number of players in the mix here down the stretch in this final round of the John Deere Classic. What would a win today be for Homa? Oh, validation for everything he's been working on. He's been grinding and grinding and grinding. And something that Max needed to do. He needed to get relaxed. He needed to sort of calm down a little bit. He was just grinding a bit harder than he's noticed himself. And it's showing, right? The swing was great. You touched on this before, Ian, but some rain overnight, some more showers today. How is the course playing differently today than it did maybe prior?
Yeah, well, we talked about yesterday how it was firm and fast. We hadn't had any rain. Well, the inch of rain overnight has now brought it back to the way we're used to seeing TBC here. The greens are holding a lot better, but more than anything, the rain we've had today leaves a little more moisture in the greens, so we'll see a lot more putting, a few more putts holding, a lot more birdies. We've already seen a couple of 63s or 64. I said yesterday 20 under par would be good enough to win. I think they need to get to at least 20. There's 2 down at 16 under, and I think there's maybe more than 20 under needed.
Let's go out to 16.
Well, there's a lot of ways you can win this week. Someone will take out the trophy for Casa Young. His t-shirt there at 16 makes one of the best rounds of the day. He's proven outside that top 100 with that score.
At the 14th, Fishburne losing it right. We saw a lot of this yesterday. He did lose it right here today. There is a lot more green to work with. Like cut on the left. Let's go back to the par 3-7.
And Homa up will be first, long way away here at the par 3. The longest of the par 3s, a TPC Deere run.
And he's having commercial real estate today. Out of 95-foot putt back at the 5th, and he 3-putted. This one, around 65, 70 feet.
Pretty good spot here. Great run, good speed by Max Homa. Beautiful effort. Those sorts of things are good for your confidence as well. You get a good long putt or a nice chip that feels good off the club face, a good solid drive when it's needed, something like that just keeps that good feeling going. Meanwhile, up to 8.
With the other co-leader, Brian Campbell, being playing just a slumber under par today. for the program. Excellent speed there, as you would expect from Brian. Relies on that putter, not on length. Back to 7.
And Grillo has this putt for a share of the lead.
And look out for this guy. He gets really flush there. This putter can heat up, he's gonna be a problem.
Still some good speed in these greens, even up to the right. Back to 6.
On the 7 class, they can lift speed.
It's downhill. Really good good on his rides.
And now Hobart trying to save his par.
Next one, see if we can do this crowd is going for.
He's been a fan favorite all week. He's spent a lot of time sending autographs. Max Homa remains tied for the lead with Brian Campbell.